Hey there everyone, today we are going to take a look what is the next chapter for you, what is expecting you next. Next chapter, by that I mean once you finish some kind of a chapter in your life, once you accomplish something that, for example, you have had a lot of experiences with certain topic or certain thing in your life, and once you're done with that thing, what follows, what comes next. This is what we are going to look at in this tarot reading. So in order to determine the piles, I'm going to use my spirit animals. And before that, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, because your support is really important for me. So let's take a look which animals are going to represent the piles that between which you can pick up. For pile number 1, we have the Giraffe spirit. For pile number 2, we have the Wasp spirit. Okay. And finally, for pile number 3, we have, let me just shuffle. Some cards came. I'm going to pick one of those. Okay, let it be this one. The Koi fish spirit. Okay. So you can choose between one of those cards, and it will lead you to your reading. But before that, please focus your intuition. Let your intuition guide you towards the card that is going to lead you to your reading. And keep it in mind that this is a collective reading, so keep an open mind about it. And yeah, just listen to your intuition, because some messages might be for you while the others, normally when I'm doing a tarot reading, I'm taking all the tarot readings as some kind of a piece of puzzle, because sometimes I just accidentally end up in a tarot video or something, and I hear just one message that like pops up in my head and it makes a lot of sense. Well, yeah, I think you will understand me. So I will just give you a few seconds to pick your pile, and I will meet you in the readings. Hello there, pal number 1. For those of you who chose the Giraffe spirit, let's take a look what it wants to say to you. So, the Giraffe spirit, see the bigger picture. Okay. So, indeed, the next chapter you are going to enter in might involve some kind of a bigger perception of things, some kind of a bigger picture. Maybe you are going to see things from a different angle. Maybe you are going to make changes in your life that will be big and significant. But let's not waste any time and proceed with the tarot cards and ask Spirit what is the next chapter for you. What is waiting for you next? What is your next chapter? I'm just going to shuffle like this in order to get some reverse cards as well. Okay. So Spirit, please tell us what is the next chapter for pile number 1. What is waiting pile number 1? What is their next chapter? Okay, 6 of Pentacles. Let's clarify it. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. 3 of Wands, clarified by 6 of Cups. Then we have Knight of Wands. Let's clarify the Knight. Star card. Okay. And finally we have 5 of Swords and 2 of Cups. Okay. This seems good. In the bottom of the deck we have the Magician card. Magician card reversed. Okay. So, starting off from the card that is in the bottom of the deck, it says that you are have well, maybe in the past you felt like you don't have enough skills. Maybe in the past you felt like you don't have the necessary resources in order to do what you want to do. But this might change because the energy of this card at the time being might be reversed. But if this card gets upright, it will want to say exactly the opposite. And I feel like you are going to work towards that. So maybe in the past there was some kind of a lack, something that was not good enough, or something that just didn't feel right for you. Or also maybe you were just trying to tell yourself some kind of self-limiting, trying to believe in some kind of self-limiting thoughts. And maybe this is about to change because it's just the energy of this card that is reversed. And I feel like you have the capability to change that, because since this card is reversed, it doesn't mean that things are going to stay like that forever. If it turns in the other way around, you are going to be very powerful. So let's take a look at the cards that we just got. We are starting off with the Six of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles. Well, from this I'm feeling like in your next chapter you are going to put something in balance, because we have two cards that are indicating some kind of balance, and this balance is in financial aspect. Something in your financial life, it might be your job, your work, or what you are doing in general in order to earn your money. It might be some kind of balance to that in your life, because we have the Six of Pentacles, and I feel like you are going to put something that was bothering you in the past about your financial life in some kind of more favorable place for you. And also you will be able to shuffle between multiple things. Maybe you are going to start something new, or maybe you are just going to find a way in order to do things without getting tired, or without making any kind of sacrifices. Maybe you will be able to juggle multiple things at once without feeling that without experiencing any kind of troubles or any kind of delays. Or I feel like you're just going to be able to manage to do multiple things at once, and this will bring a lot of balance in your life. Moving on forward with the next cards that we have. Here we have the Three of Wands and the Six of Cups reversed. Okay, so maybe some of you in your past experiences have had some kind of traumatic experience. It could be love related, because we have the cups, or it could be just some kind of a childhood trauma as well, if you are looking even further and deeper. But having the Three of Wands on top of this wants to indicate that you are going to pass through this. You are going to find a solution to that thing that in the past felt like some kind of unfinished business, some kind of unfinished trauma, or some kind of pain that you have been feeling in your past experiences, regarding your past experiences. And yeah, with the Three of Wands, I feel like you will finally find a way to let this go, to set it free, because as you can see here, the focus is just staring to the horizon. There are three wands, and the general vibe of this card is kind of victorious. So I feel like you are going to overcome something that in the past was troubling you. It might be some kind of a limiting belief as well, or some kind of, let's say, something from your childhood or from your upbringing that was bothering you. I feel like you are going to let this go, and you are going to find some kind of more security, because with the Three of Wands, actually you might launch something, you might start some kind of a project, you might set some kind of a plan in motion, or in general I feel like you are going to do good regarding what comes next. You are going to take steady steps towards the future, and you are going to make things happen in your favor. Moving on forward with the cards, we have the Star cards and the Knight of Wands reversed. Okay, so from these cards, I don't see you to be moving much regarding traveling and yeah, visiting other countries, or or relocating or something like that. I don't see you making that kind of drastic moves. I see you more like staying in one place because you have found the thing that you've been looking for. Maybe for the time being, for that next chapter of yours, you are going to be more settled in one place and you are going to find your stability there, because we have the star card, which indicates a lot of positive feelings, and here you can see that there are things in the ground that are just starting to sprout. So I feel like something will indeed start to sprout in your life and you are just going to settle in one place and just nurture it. And let's take a look at the other cards that came up. We have the Two of Cups and the Five of Swords here. Okay, I feel like also in your next chapter you are going to have some kind of victory in your, well, for most of you I feel like this is some kind of a victory in your love life because you have the Two of Cups. But it doesn't have to be only for love life, it could be some kind of, well, with this Two of Cups, it, for most of you I feel like this wants to indicate love, something related with your love life. But it could be inner peace as well, because I mean you can see how peaceful it looks, everything between those two foxes. And also it could be some kind of a peace with friends, although mostly for most of you I feel like this is something regarding your love life. And in your love life maybe you have had a lot of battles, maybe you have had a lot of troubles that have made you worn out, but still this card wants to indicate some kind of a victory. Victory that was gained through a lot of battles, victory that required sacrifices. And I feel like some of you have had a lot of tough battles regarding your love lives or regarding that inner peace that you've been looking for. But in the end, this card wants to indicate that you are going to have victory. So these were the messages from the tarot cards. I'm not sure if I should take any clarifying cards or proceed with my oracle decks, because I have a new oracle deck that I was studying last week and I'm really curious to use it, and in case I just I just cannot figure out pretty much the meanings, I have written some keywords in a notebook in order to just keep things flowing. And also some of the cards might have reversed meanings, but I'm not going to take the reversed meanings unless the cards are completely reversed. As you can see, the shape is different. I'm talking about the archetypes, the wild unknown archetypes oracle cards. Or actually it's not an oracle cards, it's just a deck. So please tell us what is awaiting pile number 1, for those of who chose the Giraffe Spirit. What is awaiting them in their next chapter? Please give us some more insight. Okay, let's turn the cards and see. We have the 1, okay. We have, actually this card came like this, the Destroyer, okay. We have the Temple reversed and the Village. Good. So starting off with the 1, I'm still going to use my notebook just in case to get some keywords and to not miss out something. With the 1 cards, well, this card wants to indicate that there is no duality here. There is some kind of a security, something that is sure, something that you will know with your heart. And I'm just going to go in my notebook and read the keywords that I have for these cards. The 1, non-duality, 1 love, unus mundus. When it's light, which is that case, when it's face up, loves, accepts, resonates, serves. So indeed, with this card here, I feel like you are going to know something with your heart. You are going to know something the way it is, and you are not going to have doubts. You are going to receive some kind of insight, and it's just going to feel right. It's just going to feel like it's clicking in the right place. Moving forward, we have the Destroyer card reversed. Let's take a look at the Destroyer. Just bear with me until I see the keywords. The Destroyer, the Savage, the Unexpected, the Rejected. In this case, we have this card reversed, which is in its dark form. It says self-destruction, negativity, unwillingness, unwillingness to rebuild. Okay, so with this card, actually, just going to take a look at it. Maybe there are some kind of, it actually came right here where there is some kind of a past experience or some kind of a past trauma that is kind of feels unfinished, something that is still going on in the present, something from the past that you are taking in your present life. So when this card says self-destruction, negativity, I feel like it just wants to indicate something that maybe until now you have been followed by some kind of negativity or something that you have felt in your life that was going on, something that was a bit more negative or something that just felt like it was not letting you move forward in a way that you want. And yeah, having this card here under the Six of Cups and having the Three of Wands on top of it wants to indicate that in your next chapter, I feel like you are going to get rid of that negativity. Moving forward, we have the Temple card. I'm just going to take a look at the number 39. The Temple card is reversed as well. The temple, the sanctuary, the shrine, the altar. When it's dark, it's idolatry, cults, strict spirituality. Okay, so with the temple cards, this card actually is quite positive when it's not reversed. When it comes in a reversed form, it just wants to say that maybe some of you are adopting some kind of a wrong idea about your identity, about your spirituality. Maybe some of you are not, well, I mean, it might come to you just by seeing that card. I mean, maybe some of you are just following something that you know with your heart that is not right for your spirituality. And having this card here reversed actually wants to indicate you that in order to move towards the right path. And in this line we have the Star card and the Knight of Wands reversed. So maybe this wants to indicate that just like you can see, the Star card here is shining, and maybe just shine your light and find the path that you are supposed to go, that you are supposed to take. And yeah, actually this is what I'm feeling with this column here, that this wants to indicate that some of you maybe have been looking for spirituality in the wrong way, or maybe they were just maybe you were just not finding the right spiritual practices, or just not being able to find your true identity. But with the Star card above this one, I feel like you are just going to find the right motivation, find the right path, because the star is shining bright and it's going to light your way. And indeed, with the Knight of Wands reversed, it just wants to indicate that you are going to settle in one place, you are not going to move too much. So I feel like you are going to find the path where you are just feeling comfortable. And finally, we have the Village card. With the Village card, this just wants to indicate a place where you feel secure, a place where you feel safe. And having here the Two of Cups above it, maybe you are just going to find, well, I don't think you are going to literally move towards a village or something, but maybe you are just going to find that maybe you are going to find the love or the person that is going to make you feel like you are at home. Because here I definitely feel that there is something related with your love life. Maybe some of you are going to find the person that will just make things feel like safe and secure, and it might just make you feel like you are at home. So I'm just going to take some more oracle cards in order to see what follows in your next chapter. I'm going to use the Season of the Witch. Let's take a look. Please, Spirit, tell us what is expecting the people who chose the Giraffe Spirit in their next chapter. What follows in their life? What is coming in their life? Honey. Okay, this is good news. The sweetness of you swells in the grace of your pool. And oh, so beautiful, little. Okay. With this card, I definitely feel like you're attracting something in your life, because honey is like attracting, well, honey has like sticky kind of ability, so things are just sticking to honey. And also in this picture, I mean in this imagery, you can see that the woman has her third eye open. And in general, the card seems quite like sensual, and like I feel like you are attracting something in your life. So maybe you are going to attract some kind of better opportunities or some kind of better financial times for yourself, because here also we have the Pentacles, and also there is a moon behind this lady. So maybe with your emotions or your feelings, you might increase your power of attraction, and you might attract the things that you desire in your life. Also, we have some flowers here, which indicates that something is going to blossom. So indeed, I feel positive vibes from this card, and you are going to attract something positive. Let's take some more. Inner power. Okay. Let it be known, no will or desire is more powerful than I embodied. Okay, so you can see about this card that it wants to say everything about your inner power, and it is quite resembling the star card here, because here you can also see the stars that are shining. And indeed, with this card, just wants to say to you that you have all the power you need. You have your inner strength in order to proceed with life and be successful and just build the dreams that you desire. But also here we have the Magician card reverse, which as a general energy wants to say that maybe some of you don't believe in your skills, or don't feel like you have the necessary skills or the necessary power. But the cards that came out wants to indicate exactly the opposite, that you should believe in yourself more and you have the inner power. Let's take some more. Manifestation. Again, here we are talking about manifesting, about the power of attraction. So I'm just going to read the message. Sometimes they come as a breeze upon your fingertips. At other times they dwell in the depths of your soul. It is a dance between you and spirit as the magic unfolds. Alright, so with the manifestation card, what I'm feeling is that you are just going to start to manifest things with more ease, because you can see that the heads of those people are appearing on a tree, which is something not typical. I mean, maybe your manifestation powers are going to increase, and you are going to manifest things in your life that you've never expected to manifest, and things will just come to you by surprise. This is what I'm feeling from this card. Let's take one final card from this deck, and I'm going to take some quotes for you as well from my botanical inspiration. And the last card is Pegasus. Okay. I'm just going to read the message first. Break free, dear one. Spread wide and far, for you aren't containable. You are limitless. Okay. This card wants to say to you that you have all the capability to exceed your own limits, but mostly try to break free from the limits that you put yourself in your thinking, in your thoughts. Maybe you can practice more meditation. Maybe you can just try to empty your mind and just try to find that inner peace. Also, like here with the Two of Cups, I've also mentioned something about that inner peace. So maybe you should just try to meditate more and try to find more peace within yourself in order to realize your inner power, in order to exceed your limits, in order to not put yourself in the positions where you feel limited. Let's take some quotes from my botanical inspiration. I'm just going to take I will take 3 cards from this deck and see what you're going to get. Spirit, please tell us what is the message for pile number 1 here. What is the message for pile number 1? White Rose, new start and wisdom. Knowing yourself is beginning of all wisdom, Aristotle. Okay, so this card says something about new start and wisdom. So I feel like you are going to gain that wisdom that you need in order to have that new start. And indeed, I mean, just take a look where I placed it, right here with these cards, where I mentioned about some kind of a trauma in the past and you overcoming it and starting something or launching something. So I feel like with this quote also, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. You are going to get to know yourself better. You are going to go deep within and just know what is the thing that your heart desires and how and when to start it. Let's take some more. We have the Sacred Lotus, enlightenment, no mats, no lotus. Oh, I really can't pronounce that name. Tikhathan. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe I pronounced it wrong. Maybe you are going to laugh at me, but it's alright. I mean, the importance is to get the message. So this card wants to say to you that you are going to get some kind of enlightenment, and just look at the quote, no mats, no lotus. So you need to, I mean, we as human beings, sometimes we go through some really tough cycles in life, and this doesn't mean that we should get discouraged and just think that life will stay like that forever, because yeah, in most cases when we go through some tough experiences, we are going through them in order to gain more experience or just to get that enlightenment in order to carry our lives in a more enlightened way. And this is the message for you. No mat, no lotus. Lotus is a flower that is growing in environment that is not like environment that would expect a flower to grow in. But despite all the difficulties, lotus is growing and it's really beautiful. So this is something that wants to indicate about you and in your next chapter. Even though maybe in the past or maybe in general you are not feeling like you are in your right environment, you will find a way to rise through it and just blossom. Let's take one last card from the Botanical Inspirations. Please, Spirit, give us one last card for pile number 1. I'll take this one. Morning Glory, affection and determination. The quote for you is, I'm morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs at heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. Okay, Alan Watts. So, with this message, I feel like it wants to say to you that you might, it just wants to say to you that you should not take your accomplishments for something less than other people's accomplishments. Because here we see something about morning glory that blooms for a day, and it doesn't differ at heart from giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. So I feel like this card wants to say to you to just give yourself more credit for what you are and what you're doing. And also here we have the words affection and determination. And yeah, it came close where the Two of Cups are, indeed. So maybe this card wants to indicate to you that you are going to be more determined towards your goals or towards what you want in life, and you are going to have more clear picture, and you will know who deserves your affection and who deserves your time and who doesn't. So these were your messages, pile number 1. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, and I hope it has given you some kind of clarity or some kind of idea what follows your next chapter. And yeah, that was the intention actually. So if you like the video, please don't hesitate to hit the like button so more people can see it and benefit from it. And also feel free to subscribe for my channel, because your support is really important for me and my channel is still in its growing state. So thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you again. Bye! Hey there, pal number 2. For those of you who chose the Wasp spirit, let's take a look what it wants to say to you. Sometimes life stings. Okay, so what I get from this card as a message is that, yeah, indeed, sometimes life might be difficult, but we learn from those tough experiences and we move forward in a more mature way. So let's take a look what the tarot cards wants to say about your next chapter. Just going to shuffle like that in order to get some reversed cards as well. Okay. Please, Spirit, tell us what is awaiting pile number 2 who chose the Wasp spirit in their next chapter. What is their next chapter about? Please give us some indications. We have the Four of Pentacles. Let's clarify this. Wheel of Fortune reversed. And in the bottom we have the Magician cards as a general energy to this situation. So with these cards like that, I mean, starting off with the Magician card in the bottom of the deck, what I'm feeling is that your next chapter will indicate you moving towards a place of power, you gaining some kind of a new skill. But having the cards like that, the way they are, with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like you are going to hold on to something that you are not ready to let go yet, because the Wheel of Fortune is reversed, which wants to indicate the time is not right yet to let go of something. So in your next chapter, you are going to hold on to something that you might feel like you don't want to get rid of yet. It might be something harmful, or it might be something that just makes you feel comfortable. Maybe some of you will prefer to stay in their comfort zone, just something that might have been in your previous chapter, but you are still not ready to let go of it. And yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, I definitely feel like you are just maybe the time for something to let go of something is not there yet. Maybe the time is just not there yet. Maybe you should just still hold on to something that is beneficial for you, especially if it's something regarding your financial life, because we have the Pentacles here. Let's take more cards. Please, Spirit, give us more information about the next chapter of the people who chose the Wasp spirit. What is waiting them in their next chapter? We have the Knight of Cups reversed and the Three of Wands reversed. Okay. So with the Knight of Cups reversed, well, these cards, when they are reversed, actually their energy can change if the energy is unblocked. So Having the Knight of Cups reversed like that, I feel like some of you might not exactly know which way to move forward, because mm, maybe you have a lot of potential to launch something. This is what that card wants to indicate, because with the Three of Wands there is a lot of potential to do something. There is a lot of creativity or just some kind of a desire to start something new, but maybe you are not finding the right connection or the right people or just the right thing to start that. Maybe the right opportunity has not come to you yet, and maybe in your next chapter you are still going to wonder about this. And having the full card in the bottom of the deck, another major arcana but reversed, it wants to indicate that some of you maybe in your next chapter will try to be a bit more careful, because here also we see the Four of Pentacles that is like holding on to something stable. And with the full card reversed, it just wants to indicate that in general you are not going to take some kind of new steps unless you are feeling really sure about it. And when the Three of Wands are reversed, I feel like you are not sure about something, you are not going to be sure about something, and you are just going to stay to your safe zone, stay to the place where you feel secure and safe. At least this is what the cards wanted to indicate until now. Let's take a look more. What is awaiting you in your next chapter? Please, Spirit, give us more information about the next chapter of people who chose the Wasp Spirit. Here we have the Seven of Swords reversed and the Two of Pentacles reversed. In the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Wands as a general energy. Okay, so starting off from the Seven of Swords reversed, in your next chapter I feel like you are going to find some kind of a trickery or something that was disturbing you, something that was not letting you to find the balance in your life, especially in financial aspect. If there was someone or something that you feel like they did you wrong, in that next chapter in your life, I feel like you are going to catch the thief or just catch that illusion or that thing that was in front of your eyes and was not letting you see things the way they are. You are going to see through some kind of a deceit in your life, and you are going to see things in a more clear way. Maybe someone might have tried to trick you into something, or just put some kind of illusions in front of your eyes, and just yeah, I feel like you're going to overcome this. And also having the Knight of Wands here, it wants to indicate that as a general energy you are going to set yourself free from something that was maybe feeling a bit limited, something that probably felt unfair in your life. With the Knight of Wands, I mean, you can see the focus that is just rushing forward freely. You are going to set yourself free from some kind of a burdens that were unfairly placed on you. Let's take some more cards. What is waiting pile number 2 in their next chapter? Please give us more information. The Death card reversed, the Queen of Swords, and the Strength card reversed. Okay. So, pile number 2. This is something I felt as a general energy, because we have the Four of Pentacles there, and the Death card reversed wants to say that there isn't that much of a change. Something is, or someone is trying to resist the change. Maybe some of you are afraid of change. Maybe some of you are just trying to stay in a stable position because, yeah, let's admit it, change can be scary. And having the Death card reversed, I feel like most of you are not letting change enter your life. Having the energy of this card reversed wants to indicate that maybe some of you prefer to stay in a place where you feel comfortable, in a place where you feel like things are working for you. You are not ready to let yourself go towards something that is, well, having the strength card here reversed also wants to indicate that you just don't have that. You just don't have that desire or that courage to do something that is out of your comfort zone, at least for the time being. You just prefer to stay at a place where you feel safe and secure. And this is something that you have acquired as a wisdom, because we have the Queen of Swords here. And the Queen of Swords is like the executive power of logic. Someone who is thinking, someone who sees things the way they are, someone who has clear vision, clear idea, and clearly I feel like you are just going to take a look at the things that might come to you, or just take a look at the things in general, and in the end decide what is best for you. And for most of you, I feel like you are just going to choose to stay in a place where you feel secure, where you feel safe. So let's take some of my new archetype cards. I studied this deck like last week, but not everything is like settled yet. That's why I have my notebook where I just wrote down some keywords, and I'm going to take a look at my notebook as well in case I cannot find the exact thing for the card that just comes out. Also, I'm going to take reverse cards as well for this deck. If the cards are like really reversed, because these cards are with round shape, so sometimes it might be difficult to say if they are in upright or reversed position, but they do have reversed meaning as well. So please tell us what is awaiting pile number 2 in their next chapter. We have the Judge, okay. We have the Medallion. We have the Bardo. And we have the Prayer, okay. So let's take a look. Let's start with the Judge card. With the Judge card, what I'm feeling is that you are going to have some kind of a clear perception or clear idea, which we also saw with the Queen of Swords. You are going to see things the way they are and try to make perceptions, or just try to base your decisions on logic or something sturdy and something stable that is well known for you. And I'm just going to take a look in my notebook and read the keywords that I have written for this card in order to not miss out something. Just bear with me for a moment. The number of this card is 14. The Judge, the Critic, the Diplomat, the Advocate. When it's in upright position. Discernment, Advocacy, Right Action, Compassion. Okay, so indeed you can see that there are two hands here. One of the hands is like saying stop, and the other hand is ready to receive something. And here we have something like an eye, and here we have something like a skull. Well, what I'm feeling is that you are going to just reach that point where you will know exactly what is meant for you and what is not. Because here with the hand, I feel like you are going to be ready to receive what is meant for you. And here with this hand that is saying stop, you are going to say stop to things that you don't want in your life. And here with the eye, I feel like you are going to just see something for what it is. We had that confirmed by the Seven of Swords reversed here. And also having the skull here wants to indicate that something that is meant to go, you will just let it go. Then we have the Medallion cards. This wants to indicate something that something honorable, something that you might have had as a generation, something that was passed through your generation, something that you might have received from your parents, or it might be just some kind of sign of honor. It might be something in your material life as well, or just something that you really honor. I'm just going to take some keywords and go deeper in the meaning of this. Just bear with me. This one is 59. Yes, the medallion, the amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. So when it's upright, upholding tradition, protecting, honoring. Okay. So indeed, I definitely feel you that in your next chapter you are going to stay true to yourself, and you are going to uphold to what you know, uphold to your traditions and to your beliefs. And it might be something that is honorable for you, or something that you have learned from your family, or yeah, in general I feel like you are just going to hold to watch what is essential for you. And then we have the bardo. Bardo wants to indicate some kind of a transition, some kind of a movement towards something that is in between something else. And just going to take the keywords for the bardo as well. The bardo, the liminal, the in-between, the transition. And when this card is upright, it wants to say spaciousness, grace, forgiveness, truth. Okay, it just came to me, the word truth, because it came right here where we have the Seven of Swords reversed, where you are going to catch the thief or see things the way they are. And also this kind of reminds of an eye, of the iris of an eye. So, oops. Indeed, with this card, I feel like you are going to see the truth about some kind of a situation in your life that maybe in the past you were not able to see it. But now you are going to find the truth, and you are going to see the things the way they are. And also it wants to indicate some kind of a transition or movement. So after you find out the truth, after you find out or catch the thief or the person that was deceiving you, or just whatever illusion you were in, once you overcome this, you are just going to move towards something else. There will be some kind of a transition. And then we have as a tool the prayer. With the prayer card, I feel like this wants to indicate some kind of a spiritual meaning, some kind of a deeper meaning towards which you are going to tend your hands. And I'm going to just take a look at the keywords here as well, in order to not miss something. This card is 65. The prayer, the worship, the reverence, the honorage. When this card is upright, it's offering to be of service, asking for guidance. Okay. So this card coming where the Queen of Swords is, which wants to indicate some kind of a clear vision, some kind of a clear idea. I feel like you are just going to, some of you might ask for guidance from higher spirits or some kind of a higher power. And indeed, you are going to get some kind of an insight and choose what to do, which is in your best interest. Let's take some more oracle cards in order to see what follows in your next chapter as well. I'm going to use my Seasons of the Witch cards. Please tell us, Spirit, what pile number 2 needs to know about their next chapter. Primal. There is no other way around but through the very truth that lives within you. Okay. So this card, I feel like it invites you to go back to the core of your being, to your primal instincts, and just trust your intuition and your instincts in order to know what is the best movement for you. what is the best decision for you. And yeah, actually this is the main energy that I'm getting from this card, is that you are just going to trust your instincts and know what is the right thing for you in your next chapter. If, for example, in your current situation in life, you are feeling a bit more indecisive and you are not able to make decisions, or you are just not able to see things clearly, I feel like in your next chapter you will have a lot more ease with that, because there are a lot of cards that were indicating some kind of clarity for you, seeing things for the way they are. Okay, this card just dropped. We have the stone circle. The message says, in ceremony you conjure a devotion so deeply it reflects the worship into yourself. Okay, so here we are talking about some kind of a ceremony and some kind of a devotion, but also the stone. With the stone, I'm thinking about something that persists, something that lasts, something that doesn't change. And indeed, in this pile, we saw that energy that you are going to persist, you are going to stay in a place where you are feeling comfortable, you are going to just see what works for you and just stay there and focus on that and make it better, or just rebuild, because we have stones here. Let's take some more cards. We have the Pegasus. Break free, dear one. Spread wide and far, for you aren't containable. You are limitless. Okay. So here we have contradictive message, because as you can see, here the Death card is reversed, which wants to indicate some kind of a resistance towards change. And this card wants to indicate to you quite the opposite, that if you decide you can break free from that pattern, you can change things. You don't have to stay in the same pattern or in the same circle. Actually, you have all the power to exceed your limits. You have all the power to change what you want to change in your life. And having also the Strength card reversed about this situation here with the Death card, I feel like if you get the right courage, if you get the courage, if you get the right idea, or just some kind of a push, you can proceed with a change. But it's strictly up to you, because this is a collective reading, and in your next chapter, if you notice that things are better left the way they are, you will stay like that. But if you notice that things can be changed and you are actually not happy where you are at that time, you can proceed, because you are limitless, and this is what the card wants to say to you. If you feel like you need to change something or just move forward towards something that is a bit more risky, you can do it. But the choice is yours, because you are going to see things clearly and you are going to decide what is best for you, whether to change or whether to keep the things the way they are. Let's take one last card from this deck, and then we are going to have botanical inspiration quotes for you. And the last card is Goddess. Okay. Make sure to feel it in your bones, for you are what you believe. Okay, so with this card, I definitely feel like it wants to indicate to you that you have the capacity to turn yourself into what you believe. You have the capacity to be that powerful person that knows what they are doing and attracts what they want in their life. Because here in this card you can see that there is some kind of a seductive energy, because this woman is a bit naked and she's holding a glass of something that has like honey, and there are like one moon and other circular objects around her. So indeed, I feel that person here on that picture as someone that is powerful and knows what is best for them and knows what thing they want to attract. So in your next chapter, I see you as someone that is going to be powerful, someone that will know what they want to come in their life, and how to attract it. Whether it will be something that is already in your life and you want to keep it that way and improve it, or it's something new that you want to attract, I feel like you are going to be in your power because you have the goddess here. So let's see your quotes from the botanical inspiration. Okay, your first flower is tuberose. Dangerous pleasure. Okay. The secrets of reaping the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously. Friedrich Nietzsche. Okay. So, again, another card that wants to indicate taking risks. So, for some of you, I definitely feel like you might get out of your comfort zone and actually take risks. While for others of you, I feel like you are just going to stay in your comfort zone and just do what you know that it works for you without taking any risks. But yeah, I feel like this pile is a bit split 50-50 towards the, I mean, regarding the people that are choosing it. But here we are talking about some kind of dangerous pleasure. It also might indicate something that you like doing, but it might end up dangerously. It might end up being dangerous. Well, sometimes in life, I mean, it's good to take risks and do things that just bring a bit more adrenaline in order to make things more exciting and just yeah, just have some more drive in your life. Let's take one more card from the inspiration, botanical inspirations. Forget-me-nots, eternal memories. The best things in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. Okay, this is by Unknown. So, indeed, with this card, I feel like you are just going to cherish all the things you have accomplished in life. You are going to come to realize what you have accomplished, what you have done, and all the things that have helped you to grow and reach the position where you are at that time where you will be in your next chapter. And you are just going to take your time and honor all the things that you have experienced. And this is actually a good thing to reflect about in order to know what led you to get to the position where you are. And also in the tarot, we see this as well. So let's take one last card from the botanical inspiration and see what quote you are going to get about your next chapter. Okay, these are too many. I'm gonna do like this and pick one because they just jumped. I'm picking this one. Okay, this was the first card and it actually came back again, which indicates that the message it wants to say is powerful. So, Clematis, sorry for the camera shake. Clematis, it wants to say intelligence and mental beauty. Wisdom is the abstract of the past, but beauty is the promise of the future. Oliver Wendell Holmes. Okay. So, this message, I just need some time in order to think about it. Well, this wants to say something about the beauty of the mind, the beauty of the intelligence, the beauty of the mental power, and A card that indicates this is the Queen of Swords, which has a lot to do about mental power, about mental energy. And beauty is the promise of the wisdom. Wisdom is the abstract of the past, but beauty is the promise of the future. Also, it might want to say something about the never aging beauty of the mind, of the logic, or just yeah. This is the main message. Actually, this is just something that came to me. It wants to indicate that the never-ending beauty of the knowledge and experiences that you have obtained through life, and you should stick to those things. You should stick to your inner knowing, to your experience, and to the things that you have learned until now, and apply them for your next chapter, or in general just stick to what you know. Because also here we had the medallion, which wanted to say pretty much the same message to you, that those of you who chose pile number 2, you pretty much know who you are and what you want to do. If you don't, in your next chapter you will know, and you will know which decisions are right for you and which are not. So these were your messages, pile number 2. I hope you have enjoyed your reading, and if you did, please don't hesitate to hit the like button so more people can see it. And also feel free to subscribe to my channel so you can help me to grow it. And yeah, that was it for now. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you again. Bye! Hey there, pal number 3. For those of you who chose the koi fish spirit, let's take a look what it wants to say to you. So the koi fish is saying there is always enough, and I feel like this wants to indicate something about the abundant universe, that there is always something that will be enough, or there is always something that you can acquire. And also seeing the koi fish, I just feel like it's some kind of a good luck charm. So let's take a look at the tarot cards and see what is coming next in your next chapter. Just going to shuffle like this in order to get some reversed cards as well. Okay, whoops. So please, Spirit, tell us what is coming in the next chapter of the people who chose the koi fish spirit. What is awaiting people who chose the koi fish spirit in their next chapter? We have the Empress, okay. 7 of Swords under it, and 8 of Swords in the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I feel like things are starting quite good for you, pal number 3, because as a general energy here we have the 8 of Swords, which wants to indicate that maybe in general you felt like this. Maybe in general you felt like there is no answer, there is no escape, there is not knowing. You felt like you were trapped. But actually that sensation of being trapped is just an illusion. And with the Empress card, it just wants to give the good news that this is going to be over, because you are going to reach periods where things are just going to feel a lot more a lot more in fruition, a lot more rewarding, where you are going to just get the fruits of your labor, or just going to achieve the things that make you feel content. And this also wants to indicate some kind of a situation of deceit, but that deceit might be some kind of a deceit of the mind, or maybe someone in the past has been hiding their true identity, or true intentions towards you. Maybe something, maybe you were deceiving yourself as well, having this card here. But the good news is that whatever was in the past that was like feeling not all right, something that was feeling unfair, with the Empress card, it's going to go to the right place. You are going to feel like you are receiving the right things. So let's take some more cards and see what more messages you are going to get. Please, Spirit, give us more information about the next chapter of people who chose the Coffee Spirit. Four of Wands, okay. And the Lover's card, okay. And Page of Cups, okay. Well, Coffee Spirit or pile number 3, I feel like you are going to be very lucky in your next chapter. Because, okay, let's start with the Page of Cups. You are going to find something. You are going to find something that inspires you, or you might fall in love with someone. That also is an option. But here, for your next chapter, if you are single, I definitely see a message about your love life, because we have two cards that indicate happy soulmate connection or some kind of a very strong soul connection with someone, because you have the Lover's card here and you can see how happy those two foxes are, and the sun is shining and everything seems fruitful, and yeah, everything seems like it's falling into place here. And climbing from this card towards the Four of Wands, you can see that it just moves forward, because here you can see that the foxes are just climbing up. They are feeding in their stable zone, and there are two small foxes next to them, so this could indicate that these are their children. So yeah, indeed, I feel like you're going to feel very stable in your love life. You are going to just reach just find that person that makes you feel stable, makes you feel comfortable, then you're feeling really good with that person. If you are already in a relationship, you are going to experience that stable times with your partner in your next chapter, if maybe at the moment it doesn't feel as secure as you want it to be. Or if you are not looking for love, if you think that in your next chapter love is not something that is that important for you, well, this might indicate not only your love life, then this might indicate something in general that will make you feel stable, that will make your heart feel content and at the right place. It might be some kind of an opportunity that you're passionate about as well. That also could be the option, because this is a collective reading, and for the different people it will resonate in a different way. Or maybe there will be a completely different message that I might not say, but you might get it just by seeing the card. This is the thing with the collective readings. I mean, you should always listen to your intuition. So please, Spirit, tell us some more information. What is coming next about for the people who chose the Coffee Spirit? Please give us more information about what comes next in the next chapter for the people who chose the Coffee Spirit. Three of Pentacles reversed and Two of Pentacles under it. And in the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Wands. Okay. So with the Nine of Wands reversed, I feel like some of you are going to give up on their ego, or just going to give up on, well, you are just going to let go of something that doesn't feel healthy for you, something that doesn't feel like worth keep fighting for. It could be anything in your life. It could be some kind of a career opportunity or something that you've been pursuing, that you currently pursue, and you feel like you are lost there, don't feel you are at the right place. This might be the option that in your next chapter you might just decide that there is no reason for you to keep torturing yourself by doing that, whatever it is. I feel like you are going to let go of something that doesn't make you feel comfortable, something that you've been barely holding on to, but still it was making you feel really tired. And just taking a look at the cards, maybe some of you will choose to do things in their own way, because we have the Three of Pentacles reversed, and under it we have the Two of Pentacles. So Maybe some of you will become multitaskers and decide that they want to do the things in their own way. And indeed, you are going to find your balance because we have the Two of Pentacles under the Three of Pentacles reversed. Some of you might indeed find their balance just by doing things on their own and not relying on other people. Maybe you are going to come up with some kind of an idea or some kind of, or just some kind of an insight. And indeed, it might feel like you are doing a lot. You might juggle multiple things at the same time. You might be really busy, but since we have the Two of Pentacles here, it wants to say that you are going to manage. Some of you might be really busy, some of you might be doing a lot of things at the same time, but you are going to manage with that. It's not going to feel that heavy on you. On the contrary, I feel you enjoying this. Okay, let's take some last messages from Tarot and then I'm going to move forward with my Oracle decks. Please, Spirit, tell us what comes next for the people who chose the Corfu Spirit. The Wheel of Fortune, the Star card, and the Three of Cups. Okay. So, I definitely feel those of you who chose the Corfu Spirit, I mean, even the message says there is always enough. So I definitely feel that you are just going to move towards your more fortunate time. If in the past things were feeling heavy, things were feeling like they are not happening the way you want them to happen, if something felt even unfair, I mean, you can see the Seven of Swords here, something that was not happening in a fair way, then in your next chapter, the Wheel of Fortune is changing. Things are changing and you are entering more fortunate times. And this brings a lot of positivity because you have the Star card shining bright. Also, you can see that the fox here is nurturing something that is on the ground and there are some sprouts that are starting to grow. And another indication is the card that is on the bottom of the deck, which is Three of Cups, and you can see those folks celebrating. I definitely feel for people who chose this pile, in the past you have had some kind of struggles, and now the time of struggles is over. Now it's time for you, I mean in your next chapter, it's time for you to reap the rewards that you deserved for your perseverance and for all you have done. Also, just forgot to mention, here we have the Death card. This is another card that wants to indicate something dying, something just ending and a new sun rising. So indeed, there will be changes. Something will rise in your life. Something old is going to go and something new is going to arise, which will bring you a lot more benefits and will make you feel much, much happier, because this is what the cards wanted to indicate. So now I'm going to take my archetype cards, my actually the wild and unknown archetypes. I had the chance to study this deck last week, but still, just to make sure, I will use one of the cards. Just want to come. Okay, this is the Father card reversed. Okay, the cards are just coming, but yeah, I just wanted to say that I have written some keywords in a notebook which I'm going to use in order to just make sure that I deliver you all the right messages. I'm still learning about this deck and I find it really interesting. So let's take some more cards. We have the Ocean card reversed. Okay. Then we have the Storm card reversed. All of them came reversed. And then we have the Womb cards. Okay. So these cards have reversed meaning indeed. I was, well, since they are in this kind of shape, I was like doubting, shall I take the reversed meaning or not? But I mean, when the cards are coming completely reversed, then I think it's best to take the meaning in reverse in order to get deeper into it. So starting off with the father card reversed, what I'm feeling here is that this wants to indicate either some kind of father figure or someone that plays this type of figure in your life, that maybe this person was a bit harsh, maybe this person was a bit rigid with you, and was not able to give you that proper education or that proper upbringing that you deserved. This is what this card wants to indicate, but just in case, I'm going to go towards, I'm going to use my notebook and the keywords that I have written there. And let's see, the father, the great father, the masculine, the protector. When this card is reversed, it wants to say disappearing, disappointing, devastated by failures. Okay, so having this card reversed, indeed, it wants to indicate some kind of disappointment that you have had in your life, some kind of maybe fear of failure, or something that made you feel really like something was missing in your life. And this might be caused by a masculine energy in your life as well. Maybe there was somebody who in the past, maybe this wants to indicate a masculine figure from your past that managed to disappoint you, that was missing in your life. Maybe someone was just not giving you the right signals. Maybe someone was hiding. That also could be the indication of the father card. And next we have the ocean card reversed. Well, the ocean card wants to indicate some kind of depth, some kind of inner knowing, inner depth. But let's just take some keywords and see deeper into this card. The number of it is 30, 35. Just bear with me until I find it. 35, the ocean, the unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. When it's reversed, subsumed, drowned, polluted, unpredictable. Oh, the candle just went out. So, with the ocean card, I feel like this wants to indicate that something in your life is unpredictable. Something in your life feels like you are submerged and you are not able to see the outcome of it. Maybe indeed you have had like a bad period in your life. I mean, bad period before that chapter that we see that is coming quite positive for you. Maybe this is what the ocean card wants to indicate, that you were sorry for the camera shake, you were like sunk in the ocean and you felt like you were drowning without being able to see like any glimpse of hope. But the tarot cards indicate a lot of positive outcomes, so having the ocean card reversed, I feel like this is what it wants to indicate, that there is something unconscious here, something that is happening on unconscious level that you are not able to realize yet, but it will work out through your life as you keep going. And then we have the storm card reversed. The storm card is like, well, I think if this card is upright, it wants to indicate some kind of a storm that you cannot avoid, and that you are just going through that storm and letting it take you where it's supposed to take you, or just holding yourself steady and grounded and just waiting for the storm to pass. And with the storm card reversed, it actually wants to indicate that maybe some of you have troubles with that storm, and just by accepting that storm that is going on maybe at the moment in your life, maybe some of you have troubles to find their way in the storm of life, literally. I'm just going to check the keywords for this card that I have put in my notebook. Just going to take a look at the number. This is 47. It's a bit difficult to read those numbers, but I learned it. So The storm 47. Okay, here we have the storm card. The storm, the chaos, the whirlwind, the disorder. And when this card is reversed, it wants to indicate some kind of meaningless disorder and dysfunction. Okay, so maybe some of you are going through things in life that feel like they are meaningless, that they are difficult and dysfunctional, but also at the same time meaningless. But after the storm is over, I feel like you are going to see things with a lot of clarity, and you are just going to step into more comfortable times where you are going to just feel at your best, just feel comfortable, and just know what is going on without having that kind of vision fog that is coming from the storm card. And then finally we have the womb cards. This card is upright, so I feel like it wants to indicate some kind of stability and security, feeling of security, something that surrounds you and makes you feel like you are protected. Let's take a look at this card as well. The number is 46. The womb, the nest, the belly, the origin. When this card is upright, it's nourishment, harmony, warmth, love. Okay, this is something that you are going to feel in your next chapter. You are going to feel nourished, in harmony. You are going to feel the warmth and the love. So maybe in your current chapter of life, or maybe now you are not feeling that that stable or that nourishment or that all those things in your life, but for your next chapter this wants to indicate that they are about to arrive. So let's take some oracle cards as well from the Seasons of the Witch Tarot. Let's take a look what is coming next in your next chapter. We have the Flower Crown. Wear your power proudly and unapologetically, for it is your birthright and is eternal like the soul. Okay, so what I'm sensing from this card is a lot of pride, and indeed you are going to come into time of powers. Also we have the Empress, which is quite similar with this energy, and yeah, you are going to realize your power. Just gonna put all the cards a bit higher so they are more visible, because I'm going to take some more later. Yeah, you are going to come to times where you feel more powerful, and you are going to step at times of power, and you are going to feel a bit more prideful as well, because I mean what you've been through in the past has led you to a place where you are going to be in the future, where you are going to feel much more successful and much more like doing what you want to do, doing the things that you always wanted to do in life and always wanted to achieve. And that's why you're going to feel more prideful, like you have achieved the things that you have been fighting for, even though things were not easy for you. Let's take some more cards. And we have the ribbons. Okay. For it lives in the silk of my binding, the knots in the truth, in my truth, the eye of becoming the witness swallowed in stillness. Okay. So in this card what I see is a man and a woman, and interesting enough it came right where we have the Lovers and the Four of Wands. I mean it's in the same column, and also it just came to me, we have the Ocean card reversed here, which wanted to indicate that maybe some of you felt like, maybe some of you had some deep emotions that you were not able to express. Maybe some of you had vision of love that you tried to bury deep down in the ocean, and you were like, maybe some of you have already lost belief in love. But the cards wants to indicate that indeed something is coming for you, something that will make you feel much more at peace. And yeah, having the ribbons here wants to indicate some kind of ties, actually. Tying the knots of my truth. Also maybe some kind of honesty, some kind of, indeed, for the people who chose this pile, for most of you, I feel like you are going to find true love, because we have the word truth that is just like popping up in my mind, that whatever you have experienced in the past, in your next chapter you are going to just find you are going to be recompensated for all the things that were lacking in your life, especially in your love life, because you are going to be very happy in that aspect. Let's take some more cards. We have the honey. The sweetness of you swell in the grace of your pool. Oh, so beautifully little. Okay. Again, here I feel a lot of power from this card, and I feel someone that is able to just attract things, and also someone that is very aware, because I see that the third eye is open here. And interesting enough, it comes to that part where I told you that you are going to choose to do things on your own and to be able to juggle multiple things at once. And yeah, this card just wants to indicate your power, because this is what I'm feeling from that lady that is illustrated here. I feel like she can just attract all the things she wants on her own. She doesn't need anyone to help her. Let's take one more card. Also, honey has that ability that things are sticking on honey. So indeed, you are like making things that you want just to stay with you, just to like, you have that attractive power. This is something that the card might want to indicate. We have the chant. Hear me loud, hear me roar, for I am here in my truth. Okay. It's actually quite interesting, because here we have 3 of cups in the bottom, and here we have those 3 ladies here that are chanting something and are getting in power, like, hear me loud, hear me roar, for I'm here in my truth. And also you can see that the wheel of fortune is turned in your favor, and the star card is here as well. So definitely I see a powerful next chapter for you. Definitely. The cards indicated. There were not that, I mean, almost all the messages were really positive. So I don't know what is going on in your current chapter, but the next one is going to be big. I feel like it's a major shift in your life. Let's take some botanical inspirations for you and see what quotes you are going to get from this deck. Trumpet Gentian. Power and healing. To get what you love, you first have to be patient with what you have. Okay, so this message wants to say to you that you should just accept the things that you have at the moment and make peace with it. And yeah, it wants to indicate power and healing. So indeed, I feel like there will be a lot of healing going on in your life. It doesn't matter if the things are, I mean, maybe the things are not going the way you wanted them to go at the moment in your life, but there is always hope. I mean, seeing the butterfly here also just came to me, that there will be some kind of transformation, so you shouldn't worry about it. Things are never staying the same. Even if you are not where you want to be at the moment, you should just keep in mind that things are not staying the same. Things are constantly changing. Let's take some more. Okay, this card just came on its own. We have the daffodil, rebirth and new beginnings. Okay, just going to read the message. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Lao Tzu. Okay, so after some painful ending, I feel like you are going to start a new beginning that will completely change your life, completely change the direction of your life, and it's not going to be the same as it was before. Let's take one last card. Coreopsis, always joyful. Write it in your heart that every day is the best day of the year. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Okay, so this card just wants to indicate a lot of positivity because the message is always joyful, and it just wants to say to you that keep things positive and you are going to see the changes that you want to see. But just try to keep things positive regardless of what is going on. And yeah, maybe you can just try to do some different practices in order to ease your mind, or just not dive deep in negative thoughts. So this is what the cards wanted to indicate to you about your next chapter. I felt like the messages were quite positive, and I feel like all of you who chose this pile, there will be a real big positive change in your life in your next chapter. So if you enjoyed the video, please don't hesitate to hit the like button so more people can see it and benefit from it. And also, I will be more than happy if you subscribe for my channel in order to not miss out any new video. And also, your support is really important for me. And yeah, that was it for now. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you again. Bye!